Happy Monday. We're actually going to do, today's going to be a shadow message for August. So this will be the shadow message. The last shadow message we got was for the throat chakra. So I hope you were with us on that journey. It's been a speaking journey for last month, which I can say I participated. I've been showing up for my part. So today's going to be our August shadow message. Since you've been calling back your power, doing your reclamation, balancing out the energy, it's been really, really gloomy where I've been lately. So I don't know about you. The sun really hasn't been showing her face as much, but it's been cooler, so which is a plus. My plants aren't burning. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's go ahead and do the chakra pull. We have rejection. So where do you feel as though you have been rejection? Rejection is really just redirection. And this is gray. I wanted to pull another one. Impasse, which is orange. Rejection and impasse. So let's see. I've never actually, I don't think I've pulled a gray one before, so I'm excited for this one. Okay, I think it's called neutral. Yeah, in this book it's saying it's neutral, which is embrace the spiritual universe of consciousness. And the keywords is enlightenment, consciousness, purpose, wisdom, spirituality, unity, expansion. So this is the crown chakra. It says, we reach a place of universal consciousness, which is outside of our physical body. You may notice that these cards represent some aspects of our collective being. The idea here is that we all vibrate through our seventh chakra in a powerful way and keeps us connected to our humanity. The cards of the seventh chakra are neutral in color because spirit is in essentials is neutral. Here you receive messages from spirit that are detached by our human worry. These cards indicate the higher mind thinking that happens when you align with spirit. The power of holding space so you can be seen in this still energy of each card. All right, and we got rejection. You no longer need to prove yourself. This is about understanding who you are and what you have been created for. Allow others into your life. Choose wisely. Okay. And then I pulled another one. So you need to allow others into your life through learning to observe your emotions, which was the impasse card. What is done is done. This card can indicate the great end of an emotional upset. The power to change direction for the better is supported in rest. Your angels appear to protect you in the long run. This is a detour, not a no. Be in the here and now. Things will change. Go where you are led for now. Pretty much, these are literally just bouncing off each other. You know who you are because you just have to release whatever is no longer serving you. And the keywords when it comes to empath is wisdom, opportunity, and surrender. Change of direction, regroup, refocus, protection of harms, and your guardian's angel. So you no longer have to prove yourself because you know who you are. And And because you know who you are, like I said, you calling back your power and your energy. Congratulations. So let's get so those are the chakras you're focusing on. So connecting to, the spiritual realm, as well as increasing your ability to show up. You got the Magi. The Magi was the first card that came out. Versatility. Give me one more. There we go. The Creator, and then Sage. And of course, in the description below, I will have all of the descriptions of all of these so that you can work through this energy if you do shadow work. If not, I will be pulling tarot on this as well. So the Magi is going to be what is going on around you. This is what is going on around you that you don't see. This is the unseen part of this. The Magi indicate a period where you need to look deeper. It asks you to examine what you think, what you know. Let's keep going. Throughout our lives, we build the infrastructure of beliefs that allow us to navigate life. But so often, this system is built on top of a shaky foundation or out of weak materials. In other words, it is time to question which you have never noticed. What beliefs informs your decisions, passive and ambitions? The Magi is the seer of illusions, and in turn, they are able to cut through the fog and get to work. The Magi sees the world similar to a mirrored fun house. They see the core of each experience and are able to acknowledge how different realities exist in a single moment. Being able to see through many realities is a gift. It teaches us to be less attracted to a single road, but instead see where all of the roads meet. If you are courageous enough to see, you will be open to our lives unfolding along any of the various roads. We invite in a magic that few get to experience. So that is what you don't see, which connects back to the rejection. Maybe, because you have been redirected in life, you may have had a lot of things unfolding for you right now. You are needing to just really see all possibilities. This is where you have to have that bird's eye view when it comes to things. And then what it is you are doing, like what are you playing? This is versatility, which pretty much states itself being versatile. So it's kind of like everything is just bouncing back off of each other. Pulling this card may indicate a time where you are coming against a lot of resistance, whether internally or externally, which was the last card stated. You need to surrender. A lot of times we focus on one thing very intensely and push hard despite being shown that the timing is off. What can be helpful in these situations is to move on to other things so that, my number is that, hold on, 33. So that now how does this read? 33. Okay, wait, it goes up here. Hold on, wait, y'all. So that the energy is freed up and you can get to back when the timing is right. This card teaches us to be flexible and go along with what is being presented to us, even if it may not be what we want. Rather than trying to force things that are not ready, it may be indicated a need for approaching the situation differently. If you don't feel it about stepping back, examine how you shift what is already there. So you need to learn how to alchemize your situation, which gets to the next card, the Creator. And the Creator is going to stay okay. So what you don't see is that there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. So it's a lot of weaving and webbing so that people can come into your life so that you can have these opportunities, whatever the case may be. But it needs you to surrender to this situation so that you can have this. And this is going to call for you to be the creator. Creators finds us when we need to move the raw and pure energy in our bodies and allow it to physically manifest. To be with creation is simply intercept that which is already within us. There is no rules for creation. This card may indicate a time when you need to protect your creative work. Think of ideas, inspiration, and creativity as a seed that needs adequate attention, nurturing, and protection. If you have an idea you are working on something, you are being encouraged to keep the energy close to you. Nurture the seed, protect it, and keep it within your personal container. Do not scatter or share sacred, secret, creative energy with others until you know it is the right time. And then you get the sage. And so stepping into what you don't see, how you're playing a role in this, what do you need to start doing? You need to start focusing in on exactly what it is you're supposed to be working on, even if you are uncomfortable. How are you going to do this? Transmuting it through the sage. The sage encourages you to see things at a higher perspective, which goes back to the magi, because you need to see things from that higher perspective. Sage teaches you that others, sage love teaches others, but knows when to not share their thoughts with others. They save their energy and their wisdom for those they can truly value and integrate it. We may feel passionate about what we're saying, or we might allow for individual responsibility. Healthy sage encourages us to share our wisdom, but to do so in a way that empowers others. Sage respects that everyone is where they are supposed to be in the process. They do not teach from a place of ego. Sage calls you to tap into the wisest parts of yourself. This card serves as an invitation to explore yourself without judgment or shame, simply to be and see what you find. It's also an invitation to bring the wisdom you have found in your reflections to others. Sage asks, what are you here to teach, and what is your message? I know I just read a mouthful. I read a mouthful. But of course, like I stated, it will be in the description box below. Let's go ahead. I want to do an angel message as well. Go ahead and get the angel message out. And then we'll get some energy around this. Do the work. I can't make it up. It literally says do the work. It is enough to dream or pray. You've already got to take the positive action steps, so it's what you're being divinely guided to take. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a lush flower garden. So it's something that you've asked for, that you're calling in, and you genuinely just have to show up for it. Literally, do the work. It's really no more explaining this. I can't make this up. You get the Six of Pentacles for the overall energy in the first card out of the deck. Because you're doing the work, you have to give back to others. And because you may be in the limelight for your calling, this is Pentacles, this is your grounding, this is the earth energy. So it's like, what is it that you need to show up for that is going to allow you to pour into others? You need to be figuring out how to give to others. So maybe, with the sun, you literally being your authentic self is what is going to get you there. You literally just exploring the parts of you that you've always wanted to do. You continuously pouring into the things that you need to pour into. So it's like, you have to show up for whatever this is. It's no way around it. And maybe you genuinely don't like showing your face, but unfortunately, you have to. Whatever your calling is actually, you're the forefront of it. You're the face of it. You are the face of whatever your next endeavor is. But it does require, like, you have the Six of Swords with the Four of Cups, because it requires you to walk away from a lot of things that don't serve you. People, places, and things of the past. The Queen of Wands, that's what I'm saying. If it doesn't serve you, you have to let that go. What is it that you keep holding on to? What memories? What is it? What is this subconsciously that's blocking you? Why don't you want to surrender to this and accept whatever this is? The Knight of Wands. Ooh, this is a lot. The Four of Pentacles. The Magician is here. You get the Eight of Cups with the Eight of Pentacles here. Okay, so whatever this is, it's an emotional state that you're holding on to, but it's kind of like maybe you have a blockage around your money and you keep looping around in this, but this, you're going to break free from this because you have this. The Magician is here. So it's like you're working on whatever it is you're working on. You're going to clear out this energy. It's no way you're going to keep looping back into this cycle. You have to close it out. So you have a lot of emotional things going on that, like I said, that you don't see, but it's like once you can energetically just release that, just start back showing up for whatever it is, alchemizing your situation, you will be fine. But it does require you to do the work. It's just no way around it. I don't know what it is for you personally. Everybody's situation is different, but it's something when it comes to your finances or something in the 3D, material possessions, whatever the case may be. You get the world, but you're supposed to be seen in the limelight. She's thinking. You're supposed to be seen. So if it's something on social media that you want, if you want to be a content creator, you want to be a YouTuber, you want to have a podcast, you have a business that you are going to have to literally put yourself out there. You literally have to genuinely do that work. And it is uncomfortable in the beginning because it's just you showing up. But as long as you can keep showing up, that's pretty much all that matters. If you're the creator, you're going to get the people that is meant for you to come in. The Five of Swords with the Empress, because you overcome this. Whatever this is that you feel as though it's holding you back, you've finally overcome it. It does require you to nurture your goals and your dreams, though. It genuinely does. You have to get out of your own mind and literally just put it to work. You get the King of Pentacles with, who is this? The Page of Wands. So because you're back exploring whatever this is, you stand back and you literally do the complete circle. You started off giving, just a little bit, not knowing what it is you wanted to do. Maybe you didn't know. Maybe you got to figure that out. But if you can keep exploring yourself, pulling out whatever these insecurities are, pulling out whatever it is you feel as though you didn't have, and you start showing up for it, you'll bring yourself out of this. Yeah, you get the Knight of Pentacles too. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's coming. Can't make this up. The 10 is here. It's coming. It's coming for you. Once you get out of your own way, you are literally in your own way of having whatever this is. Yep, and you have the 3 because you have people, places, and things that want to work with you. And so it's like, once you break free from whatever this blockage is that you have holding on to, you got to do a lot of unweaving and webbing. Only you know your personal situation, but you know yourself. Go within, pull it out. What is it? What do you lack? What do you feel as though you're lacking? But it's not that you're lacking it. You just need to build onto it. You need to strengthen it. You just got to show up for that more. So if you want to start using your voice, which you should be, start using your voice more. Start doing voice recordings to yourself. If that's one way to build your confidence. Filming little short videos for yourself if you want to be a content creator of some sort. But you got to do the work. You literally have to do that work. You have Judgment because it's your calling. It's actually your purpose. It's who you're supposed to be in this lifetime. Can't make it up. I can't make this up. Literally, it is what you're supposed to be doing. I don't need to make them long. I just want to come on here, give you the message. You read the description below of the breakdown of the cards, how you can integrate it into your own shadow work, in your own journey, in your own healing. Whatever it is that is required that you need to show up for. And I mean, you need to pour all of your attention in it. You need to start blocking out the distractions. You need to start denouncing the laziness. You need to get on a time structure. You have to just show up for it. But the beauty is that you can actually do it playfully. You don't have to be all like parents in this energy right here. This is a lot of playful energy because you're just trying. So make it fun is really what you need to do when you're exploring this part. You've been hurt a lot and you may have felt like you've been rejected and or pushed back, but it literally wasn't your time. Now you're being called to show up for it. So now you need to show up for it. That's the message. That's all I have for you today. I hope this helps someone on their journey and gave you clarity on your situation. As always, I will talk to you guys later.